the one who did it. You best believe I said it. Now do I have your attention? The fact, so I just heard it, so please do not disturb it. I think you're falling deeper and I really just reversed it. Go down that path again and I'ma really try to curb it. Oh, play that back again, cause I think I heard something real. Something real. I think I got something real. Something real. What's poppin', y'all, and welcome back to the Real Talk Podcast. Yes, I am so excited to be here. We are on week 6. Oh my god, it's been 6 weeks. That's kind of crazy. I'm really happy to be back here with y'all. Honestly, I look forward to this every week. I'm not gonna lie. It is a little bit droning at times, especially with the editing process. But the editing doesn't take as long because, you know, I don't do a lot of cutting or anything like that. But that's besides the point. I enjoy what I do because I do this as a job on a day-to-day basis. The only difference is now I'm doing it in my own space. So, you know, more practice, the better you get. And that is the basis of the Real Talk Podcast. Because I know before I was saying it was like a podcast, but it wasn't a podcast, but it really just is a podcast. It's really just a place for us all to come and talk and to just dive into these topics that you guys are sending me, that my friends and family have been sending me, that they just want to talk about. So honestly, I want you guys to know, as always, this is a safe space. This is a place where everybody's opinions are valid. Now, everything that I know, everything that I'm about to share with you is based off of my own experiences and things I've gone through, things that I've seen other people go through, and so on and so forth. My opinions are valid, your opinions are valid, and we can all share and talk about these things in a simple way. And that is the whole purpose of this podcast. If you guys ever need to contact me directly to speak about anything or just discuss or just need to vent, you can send me something in the comment section, or you can DM me on my personal Instagram at TyTheIllest. So yeah, let's get started. This week's topic, as you guys know, I have like one topic for the next 50 weeks. So, and as we go, it always changes, but that's okay, because, you know, in and out is a learning process. So this week's topic is Real Talk. 5 things I wish I knew when I was younger. So today I'm going to share the lessons that I've learned over time, touching on things like career advice, self-worth, or relationships. Man, 5 things I wish I knew when I was younger. Honestly, the whole reason I started this podcast was because I wanted to be the big sister or just that friend that you needed to help you get by and get through the things that you were going through. You know, the friend that I didn't have growing up. You know, I've gone through so many friends in my lifetime. It's not even funny, guys. It feels like for every friend that I've had and lost, I've lost a part of myself and also gained a part of myself in a new way. It felt like I lived so many different lives in so many different eras that this podcast is my way of telling you all, you know, through my eyes, through what I've gone through, what, you know, is the best way to navigate life. Especially if you feel like there are a lot of times when you feel alone, like you have nobody to turn to. And I want y'all to know that I'm here for you. So, as I wrote down, let's see, it says my top 3 things. Well, I know it says 5, so I'll give you 2 extra after my top 3. My top 3 would be time management, definitely. Know that everyone is not your friend, absolutely. And that it's okay to not be okay. And you know what? We'll throw career advice and self-worth into there too. Because with relationships, it's the same thing with everyone's not your friend. Very true, in fact. But first, time management. When we're kids, you know, time just seems like a thing that's never ending. But the older you get, the more you realize time is precious. Especially when you get to like high school and college, you need to lock in. You need to prioritize your time, especially if you really want to make it in this world. You have to have a set goal. You have to have a path that you're on. Even if you stray off of the path that you see ahead, that's okay, because sometimes going down the narrow pathway as opposed to the straight one sometimes that's better for you. Sometimes there's better opportunities that way and more protection. They say rejection is God's protection. So always keep that in mind. Time management helps you to prioritize and not to procrastinate, because you have to get things done when you have it set to get done. So what I did, I started using my calendar. The older I got, the more I would use my calendar and have set times where I would do homework, practice, even eating sometimes. I mean, yeah, you have an eating schedule too. It depends. Like, as of recent, I've been working on like calorie deficits and stuff, which is like, to me, it's a lot of math, but it does work. Calorie deficits with coupled with a good workout, it works, and that's all a part of time management. You have to have organization so that your body and that you mentally can get used to a schedule, and getting used to that schedule will help you to just unconsciously get things done without even having to have that extra motivation to get yourself to get up and do this. Like today, I almost didn't record, but I'm glad I did, because I managed my time. I got my hair done this morning. I was done at like 4 o'clock. I took like 30 minutes to finish up some laundry, and now I'm here. So on to the next topic. Not everybody is your friend. Hard pill to swallow in life. Like I said before, I've gone through so many friend groups and just having friends. I realize I've been looking at the screen this whole time. Sorry. My bad. Let me just go back really quickly. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. You have to note that everyone is not your friend. Hard pill to swallow. I've gone through so many different friend groups in my life. And honestly, I feel like those are the breakups that hurt the most, because when all else fails, you have your friends. Like your homies, the ones that you know are supposed to be there for you day in and day out. And then when you realize they're not the person that you thought they were, or even if y'all simply just grow apart, it hurts, because you're like, wow, I didn't think you would ever do that to me. I've seen you do it to other people, but not to me, because I thought we were different. I thought we were cool. But again, rejection is God's protection. So I would say just take it for what it is. Especially take it with a grain of salt. The older I get, the more I understand what that saying means. It's not always going to be the best, but it's for the best. Enough on that. To the next topic, it's okay not to be okay. I feel like when we're kids, when we all go through things, when we're young and we don't really know how to process our emotions, we have a tendency to kind of either ignore it or try to get over it as fast as possible and not really deal with what we're going through. That's far from the case. You have to ride the emotional roller coaster as it comes to you. You have to take it for what it is, and you have to realize, okay, this is happening. I'm feeling these feelings because of X, Y, and Z, and that's okay. No one ever said that you have to put a smile on your face to make other people feel comfortable. If there are times when you want to take a moment and just let it out and cry, that's okay. Nobody's gonna fault you for that. I definitely won't fault you for that, because I have moments where I need to take a second, I need to breathe, and I just need to let it out, because if I don't, it's like all of those emotions built up over time. It's just, if you get that lump in your throat and it feels so overwhelming, and that's where you feel like you're gonna explode. And that's a point that you don't want to get to. That's why we have emotional control, where we hone our emotions, but we don't hold them back. Like we take them in, we process, we think about it, even write it down in a journal. Write how you're feeling, process your words, come back to it, breathe, and just let it out. And that's the key. There were a lot of times when I would get into arguments with people and I would say things I didn't mean. I look back now, looking at what we argued about and how things ended so badly, and I wondered for the longest time, why did that happen? Because I didn't take the time to realize that I was upset and what I was upset about. I just pushed my feelings aside and started just blaming other people instead of getting to the root of the actual problem. That's where I say it's okay not to be okay. Because if you just expect yourself to be okay all the time, you're just going to be fooling yourself. On to topic number 5, career advice. Career advice is a general topic, but in any case, your career goals that I wish I knew when I was younger. And I did when I got to end of middle school, beginning of high school. I would say set realistic career goals. By the time you get to your sophomore, junior year in high school, you're going to start to realize what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses. What skills do you need to improve on and what skills do you need to let go of? You have to, I would say, pick your top 3. My top 3 is photography, music, and art. Those are my top 3 skills. I mean, it's really just creativity overall, but those 3 categories. So I took those 3 categories and I just kept practicing over and over and over again from all different angles. And I realized, okay, how do I apply this to my career? When I applied to college, I looked for a major that was going to cater to all 3 of those things and even more. So I signed up I registered for a major called communications technology. I didn't really know what it was. I just saw the communications part and I'm like, okay, communications, that's writing, journalism kind of stuff. But I realized it was a different form of creativity. And I studied television production and film. And I was like, okay, cool. I could be a director, make movies, great. But how does this apply to my skills? How does this apply to what I'm going to do in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years? After these last 4 years and after I graduated and now I have my degree, I realized that was the right choice for me. Because now in my job, I'm creating films. I'm doing photography. I'm producing and directing my own music videos. I'm creating art, and I'm being an artist. I'm being a model, a singer, a writer. All of these things wrapped up in one. I'm checking career goals off of my list every day. And I'm getting so much more closer to what I want to do for the rest of my life. These are the moments where you take the elements that you're learning from the things and the people around you, and you use that to level yourself up. And self-worth. I feel like this ties into your time management. It actually ties all the topics together, from your time management to knowing that not everyone is your friend. It's okay not to be okay. And your career advice. In self-worth, you know your worth, as it says. You know your limits. You know your standards. You know your goals. You know your priorities. You know your boundaries. When I was younger, I didn't know those things. And it wasn't until a lot of trial and error that I learned that I had to set those things. I had to set a standard. I had to set a boundary with a lot of things and a lot of people in order to elevate myself. In order to know that the confidence within me was always there. I never had to go searching for it. The things that I was doing, the people I surrounded myself with, it all became a part of shaping the person that I am right now. It's like an influence kind of thing. There are a lot of things that can influence you that'll bring out root of your self-worth. Your self-worth comes from within. And what you do, who you are, is what brings it to the front of who you are. We all have self-worth within us. We all know our worth. We all know our abilities. We know what we can do. And we know what we shouldn't do. We know what's right. We know what's wrong. We just have to experience life to know the right timing, time management. You have to know the right people, your circle, your friends. You have to know how to process your emotions. It's okay not to be okay. You have to know where you're going, your career goals, and your regular goals. Know your worth, know your standards, know your boundaries. We all have the power within us to control and bend these things to our will. We just have to stop, breathe, take a second, root yourself in that moment and realize I'm in control. I have the power because God gives me the power. You humble yourself at His feet, but He gives you the power in your spirit to know you are worthy, you are blessed, and you are highly favored. Yes. So that's it for today. As always, I thank you guys so much for tuning in. For those of you who are new, welcome. I don't think I said that at the beginning. My apologies. Welcome to Unchained Productions, and thank you for joining the family. For those of you who are returning, thank you for watching my videos every week. I appreciate you. I hope that this helps you. As always, if you guys need to talk to me, please comment down in the section. Please comment in the comment section down below. Like and subscribe and share. And if you guys ever need to contact me directly, please reach out to me on my personal Instagram at TyTheIllest. And I will see you guys next time. Have a blessed day.